guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't filmed in so long. Also, ignore the little clothing rack and any clothing that you see hanging up around my room. I recently did laundry and there are some items in my wardrobe that I don't like to dry, and a lot of my jeans I don't like to dry. It's just a mess. We're gonna ignore it. But guys, welcome back. Also, welcome back to me. I haven't filmed in weeks. I uploaded like 2-3 weeks ago. I don't know. The only reason that I was absent is honestly because I was having like a midlife crisis. I was having a crisis. It was so bad. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do in my life. I filmed multiple videos for this channel. I just didn't upload them. As you guys know, last time we left off, I was doing a computer science master's, and then I ended up changing it to cybersecurity, and then I picked my classes, I believe, but then I didn't apply for financial aid or anything until literally June. Mid-June is when I applied, really debating about what I wanted to do. You guys know law school was like my first option. I was gonna go to law school. I was gonna become a lawyer. That was the plan since I was like 4. And then I studied for the LSAT one summer. I didn't want to study anymore. I started my first master's, which was in criminal justice. So I didn't have time. I didn't have the wiggle room to study for the LSAT. So then I took a break, and then I started again in that next summer. And I was just like, no, I can't do this. This is I actually had a mental breakdown. And then I cut it off. I was like, I'll try again next summer. And then I tried again, and it just wasn't working. I studied for a good moment. I actually threw out all my textbooks. I had to rebuy them. Because you guys know I went to the Poconos for my birthday. And me and my sister, you know, I'm 24, so we got a little drunk. My sister just was like, I don't think you're happy with what you're doing right now. And she was right. She was right. I was not happy or content with computer science, and I didn't know if I was going to be happy or content with cybersecurity, and I didn't know if I was going to be happy or content with law, but I knew that that was the plan, and I knew that I was deviating from the plan, and I didn't really like that I was deviating from the plan because I am a first-gen student. I am the oldest daughter in a Black household, so we have expectations, and so everything that I was supposed to do was set out for me in my mind, and also in like my family's mind, I guess. And the master's was a completely separate thing, but like I was pleasantly surprised. So I had a plan, and I knew that this was the end game, and this is where I was, and these are the steps I need to take to get there. But then I was like, I don't want to go to the end game anymore. I want to change it, and I didn't know what I wanted to change it to, so I was so conflicted, and I didn't know what the fuck to do. I knew that the plan that I had for myself may no longer include law school, but that was the plan that I had set out for myself, and that was the plan that I was comfortable with. And I am not good with change. As a Taurus, we are not good with change. So I just was like, I guess since I don't know what to do, I'm just gonna go back to that original plan. I started studying for the LSAT. The minute I came back home from the Poconos, I ordered the books, and as soon as I had the books, I started studying, because I was just like, I don't know what to do, so this is what I know, and this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna see it through. And as I studied, I got increasingly more like anxious. I knew in my spirit and my heart that maybe this is the right path for me, but just not right now in my life. I'm not comfortable with change, so when I make a decision that involves change, I am like really like snappy with it. So when I came back from the Poconos, and I was like, okay, before I change my mind, let me do this. This time I kind of sat on it, and I sat on the idea of whether I was going to go back to law school or whether I was going to continue doing cybersecurity at the university that I was enrolled in. I sat on the decision for months, literally. Then in June I was like, okay, I'm going back to cybersecurity. And that was a pretty decent decision for me. I need to do what's good for me. I need to do what makes me happy, and even if it involves change, I need to accept that change and embrace that change, and I'm learning that. I never had that wiggle room to decide like I was gonna be a lawyer, and that was what that was. My middle sister, she took a year off, and that turned to like 2 years, turned to like maybe 3 years. She took time off to figure out what she wanted to do. Now she's doing dental assistant work and looking into being a dentist, so she's going back to school. My other sister was going to school for culinary, then she took time off to figure out what she wanted to do, and now she's about to go back to school for computer engineering. My younger sisters had that wiggle room to like, you know, decide kind of what they wanted to do and play around with things and see what works for them. I didn't have that because I was the oldest and I'm the first, and my mom kind of expected me to like get in there, go to college, be a lawyer. Even now she asks me like, are you gonna be a lawyer? And I'm like, no, at least not now. Just having that space with myself as an adult is so very important, and that's kind of what my life was going through in the last couple of months. I did not know what I wanted to do. I did not want to put myself in a situation where I have to figure it out so quickly, and I am slowly working on myself and working on my growth and who I want to be and becoming an adult. I've been an adult. for a while, but like really accepting that I'm an adult. I just really thought it was important for me to come back on here and let you guys know that little quick update. I was having a almost quarter life crisis. Okay, I say almost quarter life because I'm not yet 25. I am 24, but it's almost there, you know? We're learning, we're growing, and today I am just spending a little time with my sister. My sister's still not, she hasn't left the house. You still haven't left? Today is a day about just chilling out. I want to get kombucha, I want to get some desserts, I want to get some bananas. I got a few things I want to get. I'm trying not to spend too much money because knowing me, I will spend money. But me and my sister also want to kind of like get food. I'm leaving. Look at that shirt. So ghetto. Hurry up.
What's it cost? What's the price to replace this heart of mine? I fixed it once, broke it twice. I can't fix it again. Why I always
We're back in the car and we got chicken dumplings. Did they give us sauce? They look like chicken dumplings.
They look like more than 6.
Yeah, they gave us more. We ordered the 6, but they gave us the sauce. The sauce is so good, and we got it from H Mart. You wanted to not listen.
It's more than just. What is this in here?
It's meat. It's like other stuff in it. We gotta try it. Guys, we're gonna try this a red bean bun. I got it last time I came here with my best friend, and it was really good.
You bring for me?
Yeah.
It's so nice. It's too sweet. Is it frosted?
right, but nothing seems to work.
I just finished getting ready. I'm going to work, sadly. One time, I didn't wear my glasses to work and I was miserable. You guys are gonna see my messy room in the back. I have to clean it when I get home. I have this green shirt on. It's a set, but I'm just wearing the shirt today. And my favorite pair of jeans that I got from Fashion Nova. I'm gonna wear my black Crocs, and then I have my green bag, and that's all. Here, because I have a package, guys. We got some book mail, I believe. Because I did order a few things off of Amazon. Ooh. Is this the book y'all be talking about that be so pretty and aesthetically pleasing? Because this is not giving that. Y'all be talking about this book all the time. Magnolia Park. So I got it. I think this is the new cover. I don't like it, but I'm going to read it because y'all are telling me to read. And then I got a series, Six of Crows, the duology by Leigh Bardugo, which I see on TikTok all the time. So much about this series and I want to read it. So I got those 3 books technically. I'm excited. I'm gonna finish reading the second Percy Jackson book tonight, hopefully. I'm calling just to hear you scream. And I've been in a really bad reading slump. You guys know, last week I was telling you guys how I was starting a new job. I was filming a little bit and I was reading for like the first week just to cope with having to be out the house. And then it got busy and I started working nights and I just didn't have enough time for me. I didn't have enough time for sleep. I didn't have enough time for anything. And I fell out of routine and all that. But recently I started my routine again and I started doing everything that makes me happy again, trying to incorporate it whenever I can, but still doing it. So I am trying to get back into reading and incorporating that into my routine because I just feel like that has made me the happiest. You know, reading makes me very happy, and you know that I go through the summer depression stage, so that's kind of where I've been sitting for the last month, just in depression, in sadness, in stress, and I start school soon, and so I'm trying to get back into reading because I know that reading is going to help me cope with the school time, help me cope with the rest of the summer. I am currently reading the Percy Jackson series, one of the books. I am on book 2 of the Percy Jackson series. I read book 1. It was a fun time. It was a kiki, but now I'm on book 2 and I have 3 more books to read. And guys, I didn't stop reading because the books were terrible. I was really enjoying the books. I fucking loved the first book and I was really enjoying the second book. I don't remember. I'm on like page 87 of the second book. I zoomed past the first book and now I was in a reading slump, and no matter what I did, I could not get out of it. We're trying to get out of a reading slump now. I'm at the very tail end of it. I'm at the end of when I'm like, I really want to read, but not right now. So I'm going going to start with this today. I did my makeup because I was actually planning to go to Barnes & Noble's and do a little cute day out, but then I was like, if I go to Barnes & Noble's, I will spend a copious amount of money that I should not be spending at all. And so I've decided against it. I'm gonna stay home. I did my makeup, but I refused to get dressed. So we're gonna be in our robe and we're gonna just enjoy our time, girl. This is my first day off in a while. I just went to the store to pick up some things. This eyelash is lifting so bad. We're gonna act like we don't see her, but I just went to the store for some things. Got a bagel with cream cheese toasted, a cranberry juice. I just got out of therapy. It was like a 45-minute session. I forgot that I had it. Usually I have it on Fridays, and I forgot that I had a therapy session on a Tuesday. And it's very enlightening. I basically just vented about my anger in working retail and customer service, and how, while I like my coworkers, I don't like the customers. I work in retail, obviously. I feel like no one likes... I'm taking my stress gummy because it felt good to release it, but it just made me a little anxious, realizing that I'm the problem sometimes. Sometimes when I go into the job, I already set the mood for myself that it's going to be a bad day because I'm a natural pessimist. Even if I'm not outwardly pessimistic, in my mind, I always think about the worst case scenario. And the worst case scenario is that I'm just gonna have a bad day at work, which usually happens. Like, not like a bad day with my coworkers and the job, but like customers. There's always gonna be a few customers that piss me off. And I try not to take it too personally, but sometimes they'll make it personal. I was telling my therapist about a time recently, like within the last week, that a customer came in, an older man, and he had a list of the things he needed. He like shoved it in my face. He was like, get me these items. No hi, no how you doing, no hi, can you help me? Nothing. He was so rude about it. And I didn't take the paper, I just read it. There was like 3 or 4 items. I knew what all the items were. So I didn't take the paper. Because at first I was like, oh, you can follow me this way. Because I thought like maybe, you know, he wanted me to show him. But no, he was like, no, bring them to me. And so I started going to get the items and he ends up behind me like he's watching me. It's so weird. The men at my job are so fucking weird. The men that come in are like, they have attitudes and they're weird and they have like just the worst personalities. And so you have to deal with it because it's customer service. And I was talking to my therapist about it, and she was just like, yeah, I understand, like customer service and retail jobs are so hard because you have to deal with people. The thing about it is I get anxious and then I get mad. Like I get so mad. You could see it on my face. And I recently learned that that is a form of an anxiety attack. I did not know that before, but it is a form of an anxiety attack. So this happens every single fucking time I work. Like I could be the happiest person, but the minute I step foot in my job, I don't know if I conditioned myself or because I know that some bullshit is gonna happen, I immediately am like and I have to suck it in. And I'll take like, I have this is ashwagandha, and it helps with like managing your anxiety and stress. And so I take ashwagandha. It makes me anxious even thinking about going to work the next day, which is why I try my best to not think about it, because I'm trying to leave work at work. The customers, because they forget that this is just a job, and they act like they don't know how to act when they get into stores, and that it pisses me off. We're getting back to cleaning our room. Now is the time I'm going to go through my planner and start planning. I'm going to do the laptop planning. I'm going to do the planner planning. I'm going to do the life planning. I'm so excited. My desk is clean. So I also got 2 more items from my back to school situation. The only thing I think I'm gonna order now is a book bag, and I want to maybe order like some pins, because I had some last year during my first masters. I had some pins. My best friend got me a Killua pin, who is my favorite Hunter x Hunter character. You guys can such a ghetto setup back there. My hanger holding my door together because my mom decided to put her winter clothes in my closet and now it won't stay closed. This is such a cute little pencil case, and then I got some more sticky notes in addition to the ones I got yesterday, which I was not gonna get this. I was gonna say cancel, but then I found out that it's time to plan the day. Also, my glasses broke, and I don't know where my other pair is that I got from iBuyDirect. This piece, like the cushion between for the nose, it broke off. So these are garbage. I'm going to have to order some new ones before I start school, so that's also gonna probably cost a lot of money. Wake up. It's the first of the month. Look, guys, I got boba. Love it. Gotta give her a good stare. Love it. And I'm gonna take my probiotics that I've never taken before. I'm hoping that it won't mess up my stomach, but we will see. And I'm gonna take my multivitamin. Being healthy, take your vitamins, and call it a day. On my way out. My room is a mess, so don't judge me. I'll see you guys when I get home. Hey guys, I just got home from work. It was a long day. A guy told me at my job, fuck me. It was a customer, and at my job you have to pay like 50 something cents for like a bag. So he buys his things, and he's like, I don't get a bag, but I asked him if he wanted a bag before. He ignores me. Cool. I keep scanning his stuff. You know, we do the whole purchase. And then I give him a receipt. He's like, I don't get a bag. I'm like, oh, a bag is 54 cents. He's like, I just spent $50. I don't get a bag. I repeated what I said. I said, a bag is 54 cents. He's like, looking at me. So he starts nodding. So I said, did you want a bag? And he's like, no. And he mumbled under his breath, fuck you. So I did it. I said, okay, the assistant manager at my job. I was just like, you heard him? And she was like, what? No, what? What'd he say? I was like, he says, fuck me. So she wrote him up in a report. Because when they sign up for the membership, we have like all their information. I don't know what's going to happen from there, but I'll let you guys know. It was just so funny to me because I was in a good mood. Usually that would have made me so fucking mad. I would want to follow him outside, but I didn't because first of all, this is my job. I need money to pay for things. And then two, I had a plan to come home and drink some hot tea or hot cocoa and read my book. And so there was nothing in that was going to mess that up for me. So now I'm home and I got this at my job. It's it says pink up and it is boba tea. You can make it like hot or cold. I've never had hot boba tea, but I'm gonna try it because look, this is box and the things are so cute. I opened one already to show my sister, but this is like how it looks. They're all wrapped individually. There's 12 of them in there. This is not sponsored, by the way, but I just think they're so cute. And they're like tea bags, literally. They're literally tea bags. Let me show you guys. I washed my hands, so. But this is the tea bag. Like this. It's like a tea bag. You guys see? And then this, it says pink up. And it has little tapioca bowls in there. It's done. It tastes like regular tea. I haven't like had a big sip of it. I just took little sips because it's hot as hell. I'm about to start reading.
Everything goes white. I can feel the breeze. Euphoric delight. Only you and me. Pour your honey, sickly sweet. Keeps me coming, got me weak. You could kill me, I'd still be. Darling, your number is 6 feet deep. Oh, it's real hard to break this habit. It's like I want you 24/7. When I'm without you, boy, I feel sick. Think you look better than a...
But I just finished reading the second book of the Percy Jackson series, fully finished. I didn't read like this. You guys can hear my voice. It's so late. But I didn't read like this good chunk because it's just like previews of the next book and I have it already, so I'm gonna read it. My stomach is hurting. I don't know if it's because I stayed up late. I don't know what it is, but it is 2:42 in the morning and I have to work tomorrow. But it's like a closing shift, so I have to be there at 4. And so I could wake up around like 1 or 2, but the ending is what got me. If you guys don't know, I have never read the Percy Jackson series. I've never watched the movies. I actually really like it, but I just think I need to take a break from it. But I'm not sure if I want to take a break from it. Every book I have, I just write like a to-do list. I'm trying to see if I just want to go on to the 3rd book or read something else in between, like as a buffer. Because that's literally what I've been reading for the past like few weeks. So right before my reading slump, I was reading the Percy Jackson series. And then right as I'm trying to get out, I'm also reading it. So I don't know if that's like the best decision. But I'm thinking I'm going to start reading Magnolia Parks. I think I'm going to read the Magnolia Parks series. and hopefully it gets me out of the rut. If I don't like it within like the first, let's say 5 chapters, I'm going to come back to Percy Jackson and read it. And then it's not the pretty cover that you guys have been getting. I think this is like a new cover and it's actually pissing me off. Don't be fooled by the fact that I am in the same exact sweater I was in last time I was on my bed reading, with the same exact. It is another day. I didn't think a book like this would have such an effect on me, and I am only on chapter 13. I don't know how many chapters this book has, but it's looking like it's gonna have a lot, because I was reading Percy Jackson, it was only 20 chapters, so I would have been halfway done. And it's a dual point of view. I'm gonna do like a review on like the whole series, but guys, so far I've cried. It is probably also because the music I'm playing in the background. I'm playing Only by RY. It might be a terrible love, but it's their love. But they live a different life than me. Oh my god. And I'm not even a sucker for like love stories. Y'all know me. I'm a fantasy girl, romanticy girl, as they call it. As my hair looks a mess because I just did my whole wash hair routine, which is why you still see some of the cream, because my hair is still soaking wet, which is why I haven't went to sleep yet. Guys, I have a new book that I got. I think I showed you guys already, but The Best Kind of Forever by Celeste. Briars. I've never heard of this author. I just be hoping nowadays that the authors, that the books that I buy, that I see on TikTok, are not by controversial authors, because at this point in my life, you never know. Yeah. Guys, I just got home from work. I changed into my cute little pajamas. I'm determined to finish this book today because I want to go on to greener pastures tomorrow, and I want to finish reading the Percy Jackson series as soon as possible, because the show is coming out I think in November, September, November. That is closer than we think. Okay, also I have to read the Hunger Games series because the Hunger Games movie comes out I think in November as well. So I got some things I need to do, and this book is good and it's a series, but I don't think I would read the series straight through, because one thing about me is romance I can take in doses. I feel like this book has been dragging on for like 3 or 4 days, and I don't know why it's taking me so long to read this book. It's good. It's not because it's bad, I promise you. We got my handy dandy highlighters and pens and my book. Guys, I'm so upset. I'm reading it. I'm on page 113, and basically they're at a club that Jonah just opened, and you know, Magnolia and BJ are like all lovey-dovey. I was trying to be accepting of their love, because you know, some people's love is different from other people's love, and no matter how fucked up a certain person's love is their love regardless. So I was trying to be accepting of their love, but it's really just getting more and more annoying. BJ is an ass. I tried to be so accepting of him. I tried to be like, okay, he's going through a lot. I don't know what's really happening with how he cheated, but I suspect something's going on. So I'm trying to be like nice about that, because I don't, in my mind, until we find out what really happened, I don't know what's going on. Like, this man cheated on you, so if he cheated, maybe he could lie. You know what I mean? That is not too far off. And he goes off on her like, why are you talking? Da, da, da. And then Magnolia doesn't say anything. The only person who sticks up for her is Peter, and then Jonah's gonna be like, oh, so the 4 of us are gonna leave and you guys can piss off. These are grown men arguing with women. Well, a woman, and then Peter had to step in. The way he was disrespecting Pally, and Magnolia said nothing. That's your best friend, and you let this man sit here and disrespect her? I don't care if my friend said the most evilest thing about a man that I'm dating. I don't give a fuck. One thing, maybe I'll say my few words to her and I'll address it with her, but there is no way in living, burning, breathing hell that I would ever let a man disrespect my best friend, because at the end of the day, that's my best friend. Now, I may pull her to the side and have a conversation with her about how I didn't like what she said, but you, sir, will never in your life disrespect my friend. And you're a grown man are trying to disrespect a woman. You know what that sounds like to me? You know what? That sounds like bitch. It's like, at this point in the story, I'm tired of them, and I'm tired of how he acts, and I'm tired of Magnolia letting him act the way he wants to act in every instance. And she's like one of those pick-me girls, you know, on TikTok when they're like the pick-me girls, like, no, look at me. You're not like this. Look at me. That's how Magnolia is. Ooh, it makes me so mad. Like, there's so many things he does and she lets it slide. But at the end of the day, you never let a man sit there and disrespect your friend, try to down talk her and make her feel little. And like, from what we know in the story, Pally, whatever her name is, she is not like a very outspoken person. She's very much so the friend that listens, the friend that cries with you. And so for you to sit there and let that man talk to her any type of way, that man that cheated on you, that man, and he continues to be sleeping with all these girls. You let him disrespect her? I'm just so mad. At this point in the story, I don't even want to read it because that completely turned me off from both of them because you cannot be serious. Now, I don't know if she addresses it later on, which I hope she does address it. I even wrote it. I said, he's arguing with the girl like that? I should have put, that sounds like bitch. Actually, it does. And for his friend, I understand Jonah, like, that's my friend and I'm gonna stick beside him. Okay, it's like circles and 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 circles. This man, he gets what any other girl he wants. You get him mad. He does it in front of you. Like, this man has no respect for you, in my opinion. And though he is, in his point of view, making it seem like he worships the ground that she walks on, obviously you do not worship the ground that she walks on. It is just disrespect after disrespect after disrespect. And her friends are not her fucking friends. Maybe like Peter and Pally, or Paley, whatever her name is, but not BJ friends. They cannot be her friends. There's no way they could be her friends when they sit there and watch him do all these things and then go in her face and sit there and smile. It's actually insane to me. If I was in that situation and I was friends with both of these toxic ass people and like I know the situation, my initial thing would be like, you do your thing, but I don't want to be around for none of it. But I don't want to hear none of it. I don't want to be around none of it because at the end of the day, that's my friend and you're my friend and I don't want to deal with it. But these people will sit there while he's sleeping with these girls, while he's doing these drugs, and then go out the next morning for mimosas and champagne and wine with fancy dinners and sit in this girl's face. I want to read the other book because I heard about Julian Heights. I heard about that man and obviously in the little fan cast for that man. And I'm like, ooh, fantasy is not even this complicated. Like, it's complicated, but nobody is doing this much. Like, every chapter is, okay, we like each other. This situation. And then we fight. And then I see he slept with a girl. And then I'm mad. And then he comes back and I let him back immediately. No questions asked. That's the problem. That man has no respect for you. And it's like showered as like, I love this woman. I respect this woman. She's my earth. I love her more than I love myself. When you don't. If you love somebody more than you love, I've never dated anybody because, but in relationships that are not even romantic relationships, platonic relationships, familial relationships, I love my sisters to the moon and back. I love them more than I love myself. I would risk my life for them in an instant. I am not going out of my way to hurt them because they hurt me, okay? At the end of the day, because I love them more than I love myself, I would do anything to make them happy. So I'm not hurting them and I'm not doing things that I know will intentionally hurt them when they find out about it. You know what I mean? This is not love. I don't know. Y'all say what y'all want. Y'all, I'm not judging nobody who reads this book because some people like this kind of stuff. And I was down for a little while until half of the book and it's still going like a merry-go fucking round. But what is so appealing about this? Like, maybe the ending will give me some closure, but guys, when I tell you this book is frustrating me to no point, and if I was in this book, I would have started screwing up with everybody because y'all cannot be this fucking stupid. Why? Is this a rich person thing? Do they just be passing around? She's just picking these guys who I think are emotionally unavailable, not emotionally mature. This book is gonna make me cry out of anger because there's no way that these people with this amount of money is this stupid. If this is what this is, I should have been rich, okay? I could have been better. Like, at first I was here for the drama, okay? At first, the first maybe 100, 200 pages, I was like, the drama is drama in, okay? I'm finding out this and this and this and this. Ooh, tea is teaing. You know how you have that homegirl keeps getting back with her terrible ex, and the first few times she comes to you like, girl, just leave that man alone. You try to give her encouraging advice and and she keeps going back to that man and you start getting mad and angry and annoyed because she keeps coming back to you with the tea and you don't want that tea no more. You don't want it no more because you done told the girl to get her life together and leave that man alone. That's how I'm feeling about this book, and I don't want to feel like that. I'm reading books to escape real life. If I wanted to find out about the drama, I would have went to my homegirl who's keep going back to her ex. This is ridiculous. It's ghetto-ness wrapped in a rich ass package. That's what that is. It's ghetto wrapped in a package. What? How did BJ sleep with this woman? Then his best friend sleep with this woman, and then his brother sleep with this woman. It's ghetto. I promise you, it's ghetto. It's a hood love story wrapped up in London richness. That's what it is. This is ghetto-ness. This is ratchicity. I'm so pissed off. I feel like I wasted my time, and I don't like feeling like I wasted my time. It's not a bad book by any means. I love the love that's written. I love how like the love is described in such a poetic and lovely way when it's really just ghetto. I am just mad because I feel like I've wasted my time. This story could have been 300 pages at max. Why am I reading until 400? I don't want to do this no more. But I'm not going to DNF it because I only have, I endured through 300 pages. I have only 100 more. I'm not gonna stop. A bunch of enabling, a bunch of manipulation, a bunch of, I know people will say it's ratchet because there's a bunch of white people, but this is ratchet. This is ghetto. I'm gonna read the book with Mr. Julian in it because the fan casting. But I think I'm gonna skip over all the other books. And I know that people are gonna be like, you have to, I need to know some spoilers before I read the next books. There's just no way I'm gonna read over 300 pages in a romance novel and be out here feeling like this, okay? That man don't deserve to be back in your life. I don't give a fuck how it happened no more. But that man, the treating was one, and he shouldn't have been back in your life. But the way he keeps disrespecting you, that man should have been gone from your life. That man should have been depleted. He should, him and his friends, all his friends, dysfunction. Guys, first of all, I finished reading the book like an hour ago, and then I had to go pick my sister out because she went on like a boat ride party thing. So me and my grandpa, because my grandpa doesn't like to drive when it's late by herself. My grandpa is a girl because my mom's mom is gay. I finished reading it and the ending really made me understand. The ending made me understand some things. And when you read the ending, then you'll understand the things that I understood. But the ending was baffling. Guys, I'm gonna read the other book because I just feel like she needs to get her get back. But I need to figure out how she's gonna get that get back immediately. But not right away. I'm taking a break because this was like drama filled. It was very repetitive. It was going around in circles. What would I rate this book? I would rate this book, but I'm like so stifled between a 3.5 or in between that and a 4-star. I don't know, because at one end it was a really good book, but at the other end I was just pissed off and I felt like it was extremely repetitive. So I'm leaning towards 3.5, but this is the end of the vlog, guys. I'm going to go to sleep right now. But guys, it was a good book. I finished. So yeah, guys, that's it for now.